What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're gonna be fixing something on my Tacoma that I should have done a long time ago. And as you guys can see, I'm right here with my good friend Jerry, better known as Beast Fab. If you guys are interested in what we're gonna be fixing, make sure to stay tuned. But you guys probably already know by the title of this video. Let's get to it and show you guys what it is. Alright, you guys, so before we show you guys the install, we want to come over here. I'm going to show you guys really quick. So what I have right here, it's going to be the carrier bearing drive shaft spacer kit that I did get. I'll make sure to link this down in the description box below. And then this right here is going to be for our front diff spacer kit. So basically what these two things are going to do is it's going to bring down the drive shaft and the actual front diff. So that way the axles are going to sit a little bit more leveled and it doesn't create damage. You do got to keep in mind, if you guys do ever go like around a 3-inch lift and up, I was supposed to do this a long time ago and I just never did it. So right now we're going to go ahead and get to it. We're going to need to do, of course, the install for the front diff, kind of drop it a little bit, add the spacer, and then over here, this is going to be the carrier. We're going to also need to remove this and add the spacer there to bring this down a little bit as well. The clearance, it's not going to be an issue. I have a lot of clearance. All right, you guys, so now that we've talked about that, if you guys do end up wanting to go ahead and purchase any of these products, I'll make sure to link them down in the description box below. And if you guys do need somebody to do this install for you, you guys already know his info is in every single video in the description box below. So go ahead and hit him up, let him know I sent you over. All right, you guys, so the first step that we're going to do here is we're going to be removing this bolt that's here and then this nut that's up top. We already did this side, but just to let you guys know, at the bottom, you're going to want to use a size 22 socket, and up top, you're going to want to go ahead and use a size 19 wrench. So the wrench is going to be to hold it in place while you remove the bolt from the bottom. As you guys can see, we've already loosened this one, but we're going to go ahead and continue with it. And just like that, now we have those removed. All right, you guys, and if your front diff doesn't come right out, which it should once you take those bolts out, it should slide out a little bit. It's not going to fall. But if you want to be safe, you can put something right under just to make sure it won't fall out completely. It shouldn't, but keep that in mind. So if yours does have some resistance like mine did, just get a crowbar, push down to go ahead and bring it down a little bit. You want to make sure to have some space right here because that's where the front diff spacer kit is going to be. So let's show you guys what comes in the box. Inside the kit, what you're going to get is you're going to get brand new hardware, and then you're going to get 2 of these spacer kits. So what you're going to have is these 2 big bolts and these 2 big washers are going to basically be replacing the ones that we just took off. And then with these spacers, they're going to be going in between here. So that's why you needed to bring down the front diff just a little bit. So that's what we're going to do right now. As always, if you're not strong, you're going to need a strong man like this guy. So if you want to hit him up, once again, information in the description box below. And that's how I was saying to do it. If you are having trouble, just use a crowbar to bring it down just a bit. And then you can slide it right in just like that. And you want to make sure the holes on that spacer are going to align with the holes where the bolts are going to go through. So now that you've done that, one thing to take note on the stock bolts that you took off, you want to make sure to grab the stock big washer. That's what you're going to need to reuse from the old ones, so keep that in mind. Do not throw these things away. And then, of course, grab the new hardware, and we're going to go to install. One thing to take note on is when you get the bolt and that washer, you want to make sure that the indented part like that is facing towards the actual bolt head. And then the nipple part, which is like this rounded piece upwards, where the nut is going to go. So keep that in mind. That's going to be the orientation. Of course, you just slide it right in. And first thing you're going to want to go ahead and do is, of course, align the stuff. And you want to insert it. So then you grab the nut once the screw is all the way through, and you can grab some thread. And then once again, just do it by hand for now. And then you move on to the next step, which would be doing the opposite side. Same exact steps. So grab the big washer that you grabbed from the stock one, put it over the brand new bolt, slide it right through with the spacer, as you guys can see it there. Once it's slid all the way through, then you grab the nut, put it up top, and do it by hand. It's that simple. No lie, you guys, I don't know if you heard what he was saying, but every time we've ever worked on this truck, at least lately, we've been running into a lot of issues. I mean, part of it's probably because I have been abusing it a little bit harder. But we were just saying off camera that we think this truck just does not like him and does not like me, unfortunately.
None of us.
It's been seeing too much abuse, I guess, so it hates us. All right, you guys, so now that you have everything in place, what you want to do is go ahead and now grab a size 22 wrench for up top right here for the nut. And then right here at the bottom for the bolt, also a size 22. Now we could go ahead and torque these things down. So it's that simple to install this kit. So once again, I mean, if you guys do get like a 3-inch lift kit, just go ahead and do it. It's that simple. There's nothing hard to it. And now if you still think it's too hard, I know I keep saying it, but make sure to just hit them up, have it done, and heck yeah. Let's move on to the next spacer kit that we're going to need to install. So now that we finished up with the front, we're going to move on to the back over here. So now we're going to be doing the carrier bearing spacer kit. So that's going to help out for the drive shaft. That way the angles are a little bit better. That way the truck's happier with me and happier with Jerry when we work on it. So keep that in mind. So what we're going to be looking at is going to be right up top right here. You're going to notice there's a bolt there and a bolt there. They're both going to be a size 14 millimeter socket. Something to keep in mind so you don't kill yourself or hurt yourself is make sure to remove one of the bolts just kind of halfway. We're not going to take it out all the way, just remove it a little bit. And then the other one, we'll go ahead and take that one out all the way completely, and we'll add the spacer kit over here. We'll install that, and then we can move on to this one, which is the one that I said to kind of leave halfway. The reason I say that is, once again, I mean, this can really hurt you. Say you're doing this on the ground and you go to remove both, this whole thing's just gonna fall on your head. And you don't want that because that'll be really, really bad. So let's do it. So as you just saw there, bolt's still intact. On this side, we took it out completely. So for this side, we'll go ahead and start on the spacer kit. So inside the kit, what you're gonna get is gonna be right here. All right, so for this kit, if you do end up wanting to buy it, I'll also make sure to link it in the description box below. And once again, if you do need installation, make sure to just hit up Jerry to do that for you. But looking right over here, what comes in the kit is gonna be the 2 spacers for each side. You're also gonna get a bolt like this. It's gonna come with a lock washer and a washer. Keep in mind, this is gonna be the orientation of it. So it's gonna be bolt, lock washer, and then washer. Once you have that orientation down, you could go ahead and now grab one of the spacers and move on to the truck. You're gonna notice we just sandwiched in the spacer there, and now you wanna go ahead and just align it and hand tighten for now. As you can see, once you have it hand tight, then you can go ahead and hit it with the gun, but keep in mind you still have to do this other side. So I'd say leave it hand tight for now. So as you saw, it does drop a little, so that's why I was saying, just have it hand tight, just that way this thing does not hurt you. So then you go over here on this side, add the spacer, add the washer, lock washer, and bolt, hand tighten that now. Once you've done that, you want to align the spacers. Sometimes they'll kind of get out of line, so just kind of align it, make it look nice and clean. And then now you go ahead and grab a size 17 millimeter socket, and go ahead and tighten those down. All right, you guys, and it was that simple to go ahead and install this. Nothing hard about it. And now the truck should drive a little bit smoother, and that way the angles aren't all bad. You guys, so of course, anytime you do torque down any bolts, you want to go ahead and mark them just like this. And the reason why is so that way down the road, you could go ahead and kind of look underneath your truck, recheck the bolts, just make sure that they need torquing or not. If you see the line and it's still straight, then of course that means we're good. But now if one day I go underneath here and this bolt is like shifted over here, that means I need to retorque it. So just make sure to go out there, check your truck, and check all your bolts. All right, you guys, so now we finished up with the quick installation. I do want to give a big shout out to my good friend Jerry, better known as BeastFab. If you guys don't know him, make sure to check him out in the description box below. All his information will be linked there. So if you guys ever need installs, fabrication work, anything like that, he also does bumpers, sliders, skid plates, which I'm going to show you guys something right now. But if you guys need anything like that, make sure to just hit him up. He'll get you guys done right. And then, of course, if you guys do want to purchase anything that we installed today, make sure to check out the description box below. So what do you think? Pretty easy?
Easy peasy, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Simple but needed.
Heck yeah. And we did want to show you guys what we just installed. So let me step back really quick. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and now give you guys a close-up on the BeastFab skid plate. Cool thing with this is it is a steel version. That's all he makes. Unfortunately, he doesn't make aluminum ones, but it's okay because steel's gonna make it a lot stronger. And keep in mind, on my old one, the only reason we took it off is one, it's like an overland skid plate. If you think about it, sits a little bit lower. It is strong, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not what I need it for. And his skid plates, fortunately, they are what I need. This is more like if you do rock crawling or just a lot of trails in general, because it is a little bit more high clearance. And once again, this one is steel, so it's gonna help me out overall. And of course, you can get it powder coated or you can get it non-powder coated and just paint it yourself. And then the cool thing about this is it does still have that little plate here to remove it when you wanna do your oil change. And Jerry does also do, of course, rock sliders, which I'll show you guys in a bit. And he does make front bumpers as well, which I'll also show you that. Let's go ahead and show you guys some sliders. So really quick, I just want to show you guys the sliders, which is right here. These are not done yet. Of course, they still need powder coating, but I just want to show you guys. So they are going to have the top plates here and then his logo right there. One thing to take note, if you guys do remember, I used to have his Beast Fab sliders, which keep in mind, they're still alive. They're just on my cousin's truck now. But with these bad boys here, you can either get them with top plates or without. And another cool thing is you can get them custom made. Like for me, I had my YouTube logo right here and then his logo right there. So you can go ahead and get your little Instagram handle or whatever you want to do to it. Super custom and they're super strong. They're still alive, like I said. So heck yeah. Let's go ahead and now show you guys a bumper. All right, you guys, so now that we're outside, we're gonna show you guys the front bumper. So with these front bumpers, they're also super custom. I'll explain to you guys right now why, but I just wanna show you guys. So overall, it's a good look. And these are also gonna be a steel version. So they're gonna be super strong if you ever bang them up. So the reason I say custom is because if you can see here, it's just a nice low profile hybrid bumper. Now, if you guys do want with a hoop, you can either get it with one hoop here, or you can also get it with an extra hoop. As far as for me, if I ever do get one of his bumpers, that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be similar to the bumper I have currently, but of course it'll now be steel because the one I have currently is gonna be aluminum. So keep that in mind. But as far as his bumpers, here they are. If you guys do want more of a pre-runner type style bumper, for example, like the one on this 4Runner here, that's more of like a pre-runner style, you can also ask him for that. So it makes it super custom. And of course, it's easy to talk to him. As you guys already know, I mean, I always do videos with him and he's super easy to talk to. You can just go ahead and ask the people that have actually worked with him and they can tell you.
Jesse Rizo is here for you. It's here for you, now. Like I said, it's super simple. Please feel free to subscribe.